mid office between the client and all other service providers. So the role of a family office is to get to understand where the clients stand, what is the current investment structure, what are the gaps, what are the family goals, objectives, and then see what he can solve in-house and for what he needs to work with experts and bring the best to the table. So instead of the business family doing it, the family office does that role.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Questions are welcome. Okay, since there are no more questions, we can move on to the next bit. Now, there are 2-3 things I wanted to point out. They are there in the larger environment in which family offices would be operating in. One would be this whole regulatory sort of squeeze. New areas are getting regulated, new rules are being put in place, they're fairly stringent. There's a bit of a squeeze out there. Then there is this whole expectation of transparency, where anybody who's providing service is expected to be transparent, disclose, and that is now being increasingly being expected. And also there's this whole issue of governance whenever you have a structure like this. So when you put all these three together, and when you're when you're talking about business, the right business model, how does the interplay work? I mean, how do you integrate all of it together and make it into a sustainable business model? Maybe you could start with you.
Okay.
Next time we'll start from this side.
No, I guess firstly, in my opinion, regulation is good for the business, especially for a fee-based business, because it brings in credibility. It also makes clients, for example, the recent SEBI guideline where they've said differentiate between fee-based and wealth managers. So if you're a product distributor, you have to disclose commissions. If you are an investment advisor, you can charge a fee to the client and only earn from him. That's a fantastic move, because that at least will drive many players, hopefully, because I think many have preferred the wealth management model. There's more money to be made. The fee-based model is tougher. But over a period of time, I feel that there'll be much more credibility that will be built into the fee-based service. With regards working with the regulators and ensuring that your clients are in line with that, I think that's a job a family office has to do, to ensure that the way the company or the family is structured, be it investment holding company or the way they are going to pass assets to the next generation, is all compliant with what the regulations want. So I don't see any challenge in this. On transparency, it's really about the kind of client you own. In India, we do have a strong parallel economy. So there are clients who have assets which are not declared. As a family office, you have to choose whether you want to work with that client and with what kind of assets you need to work. So I think it's really about each individual model and how to go about it.
Yeah, I think regulation is a given. I mean, if you look at the international markets, the way it has evolved, I think transparency and the disclosure norms are getting stricter by the day. And whether it is traditional, you're talking about traditional assets, or you're talking about alternate assets, or any kind of particular asset class you're talking about, we are having a environment which is kind of pro, the client today, investor across the globe. I mean, hedge funds as well are under the mat now. So as such, I think India will see, and what Rajesh said is right, in the sense that what the latest regulation which has come in will usher in what is needed from a long-term standpoint. In fact, I can quote the UK, regulation which actually caps fee to the extent of 1%. So these are also prevalent. So I guess regulation is part and parcel, and it is very healthy from a family office business standpoint. And of course, the players here will evolve and will have to embrace the kind of opportunities and challenges that it will throw.
Mr. Agarwal,
I agree with them. For any family office to be successful, independence, transparency, then I would also add that confidentiality of client information, that is also very, very important. Then disclosure of conflict of interest, if any, especially in the basis if the fee structure is commission based. So there also disclosure of conflict of interest is very, very important. And for that to happen, I think all the family offices need to have very well defined processes, systems, and documented policy. And to further substantiate that, what they can do is they can get all this vetted by independent research agencies which will only help them in showcasing to the client that all these things are very well documented, we have proper systems and processes, and clients will believe them. I think that that's very, very important to get independent research done of the processes put in by the family offices to maintain independence, transparency, and client confidentiality.
Mr. Kapadia?
Yeah, I think just to add to what has been said, the recent Capgemini report, the findings, a very interesting finding. I was pleasantly surprised to see that 61% of the respondents believed that confidence levels were coming back in terms of trusting their firms or trusting the wealth managers they dealt with. And I think the key tenets of that have come from the crisis that continues to play out, which is the levels of transparency that that the industry displays with customers, even if it means going to the extent of in an annual review, sitting with a client and actually figuring out how much money you made off him, right, and how much money you made for him, right. When it comes to reporting, right, giving reports in a manner where you've moved away from the Excel spreadsheet, right? The Excel spreadsheet is something what a guy would love to see, right? Yeah. But when you move away from the ability to manipulate figures just for that annual review, right, through a proper outsourced technology system, I think a lot of confidence in your abilities, gets reinforced in such an annual review. Regulation is, is good. I think it sets a benchmark below which people cannot operate. And I think, very clearly, this is a welcome development in terms of segregating, a pure distribution approach from, a holistic wealth management, type of approach. And clearly, I think, the way the industry is evolving, customers are demanding it, right? It's their right. I mean, after all, you're dealing with serious money, right? And they want you to be the expert at risk mitigation, right? They demand performance from you, right? And they demand a high quality of service, right? Besides being relevant. I mean, you can't just say, I'll do mutual funds or I'll do equities. If you are targeting a segment of people who are wealth generators, i.e. promoters of Indian companies, they expect you to be relevant for their businesses as well, right? How do you bring solutions for their business, right? Whether it's from another part of the firm or whether you direct them to somebody outside the firm who can provide that service.
Okay, do we have some questions? Oh, great. Can we get the mic? Yeah. Down.